So this is another character set. It's of Jack and Sally Skelligton. My daughter wanted them. She likes the Halloween stuff. Sometimes I'm trying to tell her, bro, I don't want to do stuff like that just yet. But I mean, it's her nails, so she wants it. So I wanted to add colors. So Sally has, it's colorful. So this is what we settled for, and it came out cute. But this set took me about 5 hours. I'm trying to get into the flow of the artwork of it. This time I did not do any prints out and trace over anything. I did it strictly on the nails. It's harder. It's just hard. You get me? But this is just the beginning, and I'm actually surprised. My son is surprised. He even told me that he's surprised that I could do this, like I could do the little artwork and stuff like that. And I already let him know that I used to draw back then. Nothing much, but like when I would draw, I could draw. But doing it on nails is totally different with a brush, and so whatever. So I'm just loving that in a couple months I'm gonna be even better at this. So here I just started off with base coat. Now I already did the prep work that I just did primer. That's how I do it. I don't file the nails, I do primer. Yeah, it skips the whole filing for me. Like that works for me. My nails, and trust it, I've tested it. I've painted multiple nails, did it different ways, broke the nails to see if the actual gel polish comes off, like a lot of different ways. I might do a video of that. But yeah, I've already experimented with this. So I just do primer. So here now the next step is I do the structure of the nail. Yeah, I do it with builder gel. Okay, so now I'm wiping it with some alcohol. These wipes that I'm using, I've cut them down. There's some blue little towels, paper towels, however you want to call it, in AutoZone. I still have the wipes that I normally use that I previously said that I bought off Amazon. But I used to use these and they work so good. I don't know why I switched. I was on Amazon one day and I was like, oh, let me get this, to not cut stuff and not do extra. But honestly, these work way better than the other ones. The other ones, I found myself seeing little lint when it gets dried up. These still do. I think with any of them, if you don't have enough alcohol, if it's not wet enough, some lint will get caught. But this is it was like $3. It's worth it. So everything that I'm explaining or anything that I have on here, the majority of the stuff I'll put it in the description of where I got it and what it is. I've been using this dust collector for already, a week or two. It does wonders. I mean, if you come from having dust everywhere to not having dust anywhere, then yeah. So it does wonders. I don't know the longevity of it. I don't. So that's always an issue, obviously, if it breaks sooner. But yeah. Now, this little gadget that I have, I actually make them. I'm going to start putting them on my site. This is a long one. I do a small one. I'm really only concentrating on the small ones. This was intentionally, obviously, for nails when you have long nails, to grab your credit card, debit card, to slide it, to put it in, the nail problem world. So this is what it is. But it's multi, like I use it as a roach clip, so, but I just keep finding different ways. Like right now I'm using it to hold the nail, to file it, and it grips it just good. So for a long ones, this one's good. I'm sure the short one will work just as good. It's just, I know some people have bigger hands or whatever. I have small hands, so it works good for me. But I love this gadget. Like I make it and I use it for everything. I want it, like all the ones that I make, I just use them. And you shouldn't be using your own product, but I just keep finding ways for them. So like when I do a set, I just do a new one, and to match. So if you guys are interested soon, I will have it up on my website. It's called the Love to Bite Gadget. It took me a while to find a name for it, but I think that's it. It suits it real good. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna already go ahead with the color. These need a black canvas. The whole idea, you will see at the, by the end of the video, the color did not come out as expected. Like, it was totally opposite. Like, but I mean, whatever. So the whole idea was to put black, and then I was gonna put purple, purple pigment on it, you know, to like do like a little effect on it. But like I said, you will see how it came out. So right now I'm just doing the black canvas with this. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just cure this for 10 seconds only, and we'll see how that goes. Actually, I'll probably cure it just a tad bit more, because it's black. I mean, whatever. Okay. So with it not being completely cured, let's get our items. Okay, let's cure now this one fully. Okay, let's see. Get all that dust out. Yeesh. Let's just put the top coat on. Okay, weirdly enough, it's not even purple no more. Oh, wow. It just completely changed. If you could see, it's like a maroon color. It's nice though. Actually, I'm loving this. I just have to see it in the sun and better lighting to see if anyhow it really looks. But I'm loving it. I just wish it would have came out purple. Okay, I don't have a color I want, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix this color. I want like orangey yellow, just to see. Little tiny bit of red. I don't know. Let's see how that turns out. Let's get my mermaid brush. Yes. I wanted like a little ketchup yellow. Oh, yes. Oh my god, that's so satisfying. Okay, yes, this is like the color that I want. I'm so glad I put a little bit of red. It would have been darker. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, this is the yellow that I want. Okay, now I'm gonna cure that. And I'm gonna do 2 layers of that. No, I don't like it. Holy shit, I almost cut the whole thing off. Holy shit, I almost cut the whole thing off. Oh my god, dude. I'm cuckoo. Okay, it's thin as fuck. Now I don't know to just wipe that bitch off. Let me just wipe it off. And actually, I think it'll be better when you wipe it off. I don't think the black will run as much. I think it'll get straighter lines. Let's see. I'm not using my finger. Okay, now I'm gonna start with my characters. The first one I'm doing is the ghost dog. This took me about 40 minutes. Like I said, this is gonna be the first time that I'm doing the characters on the actual nail. Bro, the pictures look easy, but when I kid you not, it's hard. I mean, practice, practice, practice. I'm still always surprised that I got through it and it came out as good. So I don't give myself as much praise as I should, or believe in myself as I should. But every time I finish something, then that just adds to the believe in myself bank. So, but this took me about 40 minutes. Yeah. So just to so let me explain. When I do this, you basically do the blotch first. You just do the whole, you fill it in, and then you do all the little lines, all the little details. That's what most of the artists do that I've seen, and yeah, that's one of the best ways to do it, obviously. So like, let's say like the black background, if I do the white or inside, fill it in and everything, and I cure it, I could always go with the black and define the edges, define the mouth, just do those little things. So I don't worry so much about it, even though I do. It's just human nature. But yeah, it took me 40 minutes. And also throughout this whole process, like this set in my beginning stage is I'm already ingraining in myself to always wipe the nail. When you're doing artwork, the best canvas is like dry, or say just so when you put, like when I'm putting this white polish, is not going to bleed. So with this whole set, during the last nail, everything, I forgot to wipe, but I ultimately did wipe only because I kept messing up. And every time I wiped it, the first wipe, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot, I need to wipe. It just makes it a little bit more easier. The lines are more crisp, nothing is bleeding. So mental note, whenever you're doing something like a canvas work, just wipe the nail before you start doing your artwork. Okay, so now the second character is going to be Jack. Jack took me about 30 minutes to do. He was the easiest one to do, but I still made a lot of mistakes, obviously. But he was one of the easiest ones to do. Now it's a Sally. She was the hardest one to do. I don't know why. She just was so complicated. So the idea was to do it just like her face and just a part of her shoulder. But I couldn't. I just couldn't. And the eyes kept coming out like if she was an alien. Her hair, everything was just complicated. And at the end, I don't have it in this video because my camera was dying. But at the end, what I did was I actually fouled this off because I had already cured her face structure, everything. Just her face. And I had to foul it off because I just couldn't get it. I couldn't do it. And I was short on time by this point. I had to go grocery shopping. So I said, fudge it. I fouled it off and I just painted the whole nail blue, and I just did like her eyes and her lips. So that's what I did. Now here I did get a pencil because I've seen people do that they outline, or they do a blueprint or whatever you want to call it, I don't know, and do it, but it was still complicated for me. Like she just frustrated the hell out of me. I couldn't figure it out, and I was so like annoyed. But Like, I kid you not, every mistake I have done on nails and it leads me to another way of doing something, I always like it. And I like it even more that it just opens my mind and it opens my creativity to be like, oh, there was another way. You know, it's just, it's, I take these mistakes with a grain of salt. I love them. At the end of I love that I make the mistakes. So yeah, so here I'm doing her hair. I was gonna mix the red with a different color because her hair is a little bit more orangey red. I just wasn't up for it. I was like, forget it. Let me just do it. You know. I'm so glad I didn't cure her hair, because if I would have cured her hair, it would have been a horror story. Like, yeah, I could have filed it off, but like, I painted the nail light blue, the whole nail light blue after all this, and the red would have just, you know, whatever. So it didn't work out, the portrait. I'm not exactly sure how long she took me, but I say within all of this, like about an hour, to figure it out, to at the end of filing it and just doing like just her eyes and her mouth. Yeah. So now this is how the nails came out, the whole set.